What's up, Gator Nation? We're back at it again for another episode of Rolling with Carlos. This episode I'm gonna call it Stock Up, Stock Down. The reason I'm gonna call it Stock Up, Stock Down, and I got this idea from an article written by Harrison Samajovich from Gators SI, is because stock up because the Gators just beat Texas over the weekend, and they were the number 9 team in the country, and the Gators were 1-3 and reeling. And Billy Napier is on the hot seat, and they were able to upset the Texas Longhorns over the weekend. But I'm going to go ahead and read to you the article of Harrison Samajovich. Then I'm going to tell you why I also call it stock down and why this could be affecting Billy Napier and company. And I'm not giving him a reason to stick around, but if he pulls off a 9-3 record with the schedule that we have and makes the playoffs, then I believe he should stay. But that's just my opinion. But let's start off with the stock up part of the video. And this article was written by Harrison Samajovich of Gators SI, called Stock Report. The Gators win over Texas. Napier found a way. The Florida Gators pulled off the upset, showing off new talent, career nights, and giving Billy Napier more time to salvage the season. The Florida Gators picked up the upset win over number 9 Texas to correct course on the season. It featured standout debuts and a statement win. On the flip side, not everyone necessarily got a piece of the action. With that note, it's time for the latest edition of the stock report. Let's see whose stock was bullish this week and whose stock was bearish this week. Stock up, Dallas Wilson. His debut couldn't have gone much better. Over 100 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns is a great way to show the world what you're capable of. Wilson's addition to the passing game should help the offense going forward. Wilson and DJ Lagway have limited time together between the injuries of the two to get in sync. Whatever they did together, it helped get them ready to go. Billy Napier, he picked up a top 10 win and snapped a 3-game losing streak. By default, his stock goes up. Napier keeps finding ways to stay in the fight when his back is against the wall. He's far from in the clear, but he's got another big, well-timed win going for him. Devin Moore, he picked up his first sack in either high school or college, while also being responsible for one of the 2 interceptions on Saturday. A career night to help pick up an upset win is going to provide a solid boost to a player's stock. Stock down, Monty McClain. During a strong defensive showing, McClain was a weak spot. He struggled to keep up with the Longhorns' offense, notably unable to keep up with a wide receiver who picked up a touchdown with ease. He's had standout moments this season and recently as the loss down in Miami. He's likely going to have more down the road. However, Saturday was not one of those nights, and a poor performance will knock his stock down a peg. Running back depth. Jacoby Jackson was already missing in action due to a lower body injury. Then they lose Duke Clark to an injury. He's been spotted on the sidelines after leaving the medical tent doing stretching motions with his right arm. Whatever his injury was it warranted keeping him from taking another carry the rest of the game? Should they be without Clark as well, the Gators will likely have to rely on K.D. Daniels to play behind Jaden Baugh. he mentioned it in his piece. My stock down is the fact that we keep getting injuries. Um, Duke Clark is the latest injury added to the list. And I'm going to read to you an article about Duke Clark and see it was also written by Harrison Samajowicz. So we'll see if he has any more detail in this um, article, and we'll go from there. Then I'll give you my thoughts. Gators running back Duke Clark exits with injury. The Florida Gators running back room could be thinner after freshman exits with an injury. The Florida Gators could be faced with an even thinner running back room. Duke Clark went down with an upper body injury on the team's first drive of the second half. He was sent to the medical tent for evaluation. It is unknown if he will return to action, which he did not return, guys. He is standing on the sidelines doing motions with his right arm after leaving the medical tent. The story is developing. Clark is already filling in for Jacoby Jackson, who was out on Saturday. They have already been without Teron Webb due to lower body injury. The freshman running back rushed for 38 yards on 9 carries, 4.2 per carry. So far, he's impressed his veteran teammates and the staff. I would say his mentality and just his ability, like how mature he is now. Jacoby Jackson said over the summer, like from January to now, he's still a freshman, but like we wouldn't think he's a freshman. So just how he's going day by day, every day in the facility and stuff, and handling his business. A.D. Daniels would become the secondary running back behind Jaden Ball. If Duke is injured for some time. At the time of the article's publication, the Gators were leading 22-7 over Texas as they looked to pull off the upset of the number 10 team. Of the upset against a number 10 team in the country. Should they win, it would be the first. It was the first FBS win this season and the third top 10 win of the Billy Napier era. Again, for the Swampcast, I'll ask Dylan to see if he has any more details when we do the Swampcast post-game show later this week, and I'll see if he can give me an injury report based on that and all the injuries. But it's an upper body injury with Duke Clark. In terms of stock up, yes, Billy Napier gets more rope. I think the Gators have found their official number one wide receiver to replace Eugene Wilson. I said this on an earlier episode. I think Eugene Wilson will now fall to the number 3 or 4 receiver. And I think Dallas Wilson is officially receiver number 1, and VB3 is receiver number 2. And I think those freshmen should be the starter. And Stordament and Eugene should see some action, but I think the starter should be Dallas Wilson and VB3 based on what we saw Saturday and what we've seen from VB3 all season long. I think they are the next dynamic duo in Florida Gator history, just like Ike Hillier and Riddell Anthony were back in the 90s, the Florida Gators. Simply, Eugene Wilson has not lived up to the hype coming out of high school, and he's had a lot of injuries. But I think Dallas Wilson and BB3 have officially cemented themselves as the 1 and 2 receivers for Billy Napier and the Florida Gators. Leave me your thoughts down below. That's the Stock Up, Stock Down episode. Leave me your thoughts down below. Do you believe BB3 and Dallas Wilson should be wide receiver 1 and 2? And has Eugene Wilson officially slipped to wide receiver number 4 based on his health issues and the fact that he hasn't caught many balls this season? Leave me your thoughts down below, and I appreciate the support. And like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Gators.